I was on my little date, right? And this homeless guy just comes up to me and is like, "Man, I just need some food. Oh, I'm so tired of my wife."
I just said the same thing twice. What's your name again?
Steve.
Adrian, bro.
Hey,
nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
I just picked you up off the street.
You did.
How are you, bro?
I'm good. I mean, I just came back from just playing volleyball and working out.
Oh, you play volleyball?
Yeah.
What position? Or like, what is your favorite thing?
I like hitting. I mean, I just got into it like this year, honestly.
Bro.
With last year, same thing, you know. It's like 2025 to me still, but
Why do
yeah.
you say that? Like, it doesn't feel real?
It just doesn't feel real. It feels like 2025. I can't lie.
For real? I guess
Yeah.
like, I don't know. I guess going into the new year, I had so many like kind of like aspirations for myself. I'm really just trying to shift out of that mindset of just everything being stagnant, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I don't feel like everything's stagnant. I feel like everything's changing like pretty fast. I mean, there's a lot to worry about. Not even just like school and college, just like family things too to worry about. And like my relationships with people are changing, so it's just like there's a lot going on, and it's hard to stay like grounded right now.
Yeah, I guess like what do you mean by that? Like you said your relationships?
Yeah, just like new friends, old friends, whatever, you know, like things change and it's just how it is.
Did you have like falling out with people or like kind of just life? You just
Just life, just go in different directions. It's not falling out. It's just
You're right, because you're
Yeah.
a cap, right?
Yeah.
So it's like this is all new to you.
not
Basically.
really all new. It's just people. It's just hard to stay in contact with people. Is what I mean. It's like you be so close to them like 1 year, and now you're just like you barely
Yeah.
talk, but you still feel the same, like feel the same way towards them. You still care about them.
I guess like something that I heard like from a therapist was that like it's okay to like leave your day ones, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because like, you know, everybody kind of just lives their own life. And it's just like understanding like people just have to go down their certain paths to just do the best that they can for themselves.
Yeah.
And that's something I think about whenever I kind of think about the people back home. Like, shoot, like I wish I could talk to these people more, but it kind of just is what it is.
Yeah, I just wish I could just talk to them more. Like again, some of my day ones and like some of my house
Yeah.
church people. Like I wish I could talk to them more, but I just suck at talking. So it's hard. But I do
mean,
miss
you,
them.
you seem pretty cool though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I guess. You guess?
I guess, bro. I mean,
Yeah.
I'll be humble about it. I guess, bro.
Do you have any dreams or aspirations?
I don't know. Actually, dreams or aspirations. I just want a quiet life. You know, just have family, surrounded by family, and that's really it. I haven't thought too far because I like to live in the moment a little bit. You know, like I don't want to plan too far ahead for something that will change so much. But as long as I have like the general idea of what I want, and I do, I think I'll be fine. I think I'll tough
I
it
guess
out.
that's like a big issue that I had growing up was that I guess I was so stuck in the future version of myself that whenever I got to that point, I was so disappointed. I was like, damn, like this is it. This is what I wanted this entire time. I was so asphyxiated in getting to that point that I didn't enjoy the journey of just like living up until then. You know?
Yeah.
And I guess like whenever I said like dreams and aspirations, I guess like this is part of it. Like I always wanted to kind of just like, I guess like spread awareness in a sense of like hopefully my words can impact you in like a bigger way.
Yeah.
Maybe you might resonate with something that I say, or maybe it might have a realization or even just keep you company.
Yeah.
That's kind of like the whole reason why I wanted to do something like this.
I get that. But part of me feels like you're just also not done if you're like your journey yet, you know? Like you're just not there because there's still so much ahead of us right now. And it's silly to say that you're disappointed now, you know? Like there's so much more to look forward to now, like in the future.
I guess like I would say like that's my, you know, my little brain.
Yeah.
When I was a little kid, like I was just telling myself like for instance, I always wanted to be like a high school student. And I always wanted to be in high school.
yeah.
And then like when I got to that point, I was like, damn, this is it. And for me personally, I really didn't like high school. I didn't really, it wasn't like a great time for me. And I feel like a lot of times people will kind of like relish over their high school years and like these are the best times of their life. Where for me, I really didn't have that experience. I would guess so like maybe it was on me why it was like it kind of ended up like that, but ultimately I just like realized I have to just continue moving forward and make the best out of every situation.
I feel the same way about high school, where it wasn't really the best time of my life. I definitely changed as a person from then to now, and I feel like that growth is really important in high school because
Yeah.
like you think you're like so grown when you're like there in the moment, right? Like you just, oh yeah, I'm in high school, you know, like I've made it, I'm a high school kid, but I just feel like you're just still so young, and I still feel so young, and I just wish that like I just took a step back a little bit, you know.
Honestly, I'm so worried about this test.
I am too. I'm like,
I haven't even studied yet.
same for me.
Genuinely.
I've been so busy. I'm just like, dude, I had to go work out to like just de-stress, and I'm like, damn, I haven't studied for shit. Like I have to pull on it or I'm failing.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you find yourself in that predicament a lot? Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like I could have studied way earlier, but I was like,
Nah.
oh, let's do another day.
I do the same thing. I don't know, like I'm just like a procrastination demon. I'm
Yeah.
just like, damn, like, oh, it's okay. I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it
Yeah.
tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow. Then like tomorrow comes and then
I'm
I'm
like,
like,
oh shit.
I
Yeah.
gotta lock in. But
For
that's
me-
like a bad habit I'm trying to break.
Sorry for interrupting, but for
Nah, it's
me,
all good.
I feel like with my procrastination, I like to get a little more anxious first. So I'm like, oh no, I just like a sense of urgency of I have to do it, you know?
Yeah.
And that's why I like to procrastinate, because I get so anxious, like, shit, I gotta do it, bro, or else I'm gonna fail, everything's over. It's like I lock in.
Yeah.
But I feel like I should probably change that a little bit. Have the sense of urgency a little earlier than just now.
I think like I really do understand what you mean by like the lock in. Like my brain, I don't know what it is, but once I know it's crunch time, like it's crunch
It's
time.
crunch
I
time.
genuinely lock the fuck in. The issue is that like your brain can only process and memorize so
So
much.
much.
So then I just like sometimes I end up getting cooked.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask what class are you studying for? Or do you
Integral
have-
calculus.
Integral calculus. What is that? 408D?
408L.
L?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's honestly not that bad. It's just a lot of like pattern recognition, and I think I got it, but like I need low key need like 12 hours at the minimum right now.
is that Calc 2? Or Calc
Yeah,
3?
Calc 2 basically.
Calc 2, okay.
Yeah, not Calc 3. I'm not that smart.
No, I mean,
don't got
it's not bad. It's not bad.
It's not bad right
Gotta-
now. Yeah.
You just gotta go through it. That's it.
Mhm.
Damn, bro. You're BS. Good luck, bro. I'm in the hardest class right now. I'm in micro
Saving your
theory.
Q drops.
Shoot, I haven't used any yet, so I don't know. But I have been cooked in the past, which is kind of like what led me into being an economics student in the first place. I guess like that's also why I'm so asphyxiated on doing stuff like this, because like for me, getting a degree and being like, I guess, traditionally educated was never
Yeah.
like my goal. I always wanted to be like a businessman.
Yeah.
And originally I thought I wanted to be self-employed, but ultimately I'm like, yeah, I want to be a business owner more than
Yeah.
self-employed. But yeah, like, I don't know. I had a conversation with someone else where I was basically talking to them how I feel like school is kind of a scam.
Really? You think it's a scam?
I mean, the majority of like the things that you could learn, like for instance, like whenever you go to your job, you will receive training to learn how to do your job well.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The only reason why we have college is basically like a baseline to be like, okay, you're this competent.
Yeah.
That's the only reason. But in reality, like, it's difficult to judge like somebody's intelligence based off like a degree or like just tests or classes. That's why everything is kind of like flawed in a sense.
Yeah. I feel like as a baseline, it's not that flawed. I feel like a degree shows a level of like you spent some time in the subject, and it's more like the time that's important, because like you would rather have someone that's more knowledgeable in this subject than someone that's not so knowledgeable.
Well,
You know?
that's like kind of like the whole reason why I feel like it's flawed. The whole
Yeah.
like my whole purpose was kind of like trying to get out of like just being an employee.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because like that's kind of the issue with going to school and doing all this. All of it is teaching us how to be employees, how to be soldiers, and things of that nature. And our school systems haven't been updated in such a long time.
Yeah.
That's why I'm saying like I feel like it's still flawed, and I feel like in that sense, it really does need. There needs to be some change.
Yeah, I can agree
Because-
with you in that part. Yeah, it's more designed for like employees and stuff. Personally, I don't really have like that crazy aspirations. I just want to live like just a chill life. You know, I just want to be employee work. If I
Yeah.
get promoted, I'm a boss. I'll do it. You know, I'm not gonna complain, but I just rather get somewhere first than think higher from there.
I guess so. Yeah, I guess like my whole thought process was like I'd rather like kind of like build and work on myself and kind of like helping somebody else build up their own business. Like I think like last summer I had been like approached for like a business proposition
Yeah.
where I would basically like be like a digital marketer for a company and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I told them that I didn't want to continue with it because I just really wanted to work on my own product and my own like vision
Yeah.
in comparison to like building their own,
Yeah.
you know? And I
I
feel
get
like
that.
in that sense that would bring me, I guess, a lot more success and also like just satisfaction.
Hmm. So I have a question.
Yeah.
Do you think so? If you were to ask yourself 5 years ago,
Yeah.
would you think you would find yourself in this position right now?
Hell no.
Hell no.
No.
What would you
like,
think? Or what did you think?
I'll give you a little bit of a origin story in my life. Basically, originally I didn't even want to come to UT.
Mhm.
I'm from Houston, so originally I wanted to go to Rice University.
Yeah.
So I applied to Rice University for computer science actually, and I ended up not making it in.
Mhm.
I ended up applying to UT for CS, and I didn't make it in either. I ended up making it in for economics BS as an economics student. I just said the same thing twice.
It's okay. It's okay. Keep on going. Keep on going. I'm listening.
Nah, but basically, my first semester here, I came in with the consensus of, okay, I'm going to internal transfer into ECE.
Yeah.
Because over the summer, I had a realization where I don't want to just be coding, I want to be more hardware.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, what's the closest thing that's computer science? ECE.
Mhm.
Lo and behold, UT has a very hard and very good ECE program. I spent my first year here at UT just doing like engineering classes. So I got engineering physics 1, engineering physics 2. I took calculus. I took linear algebra. I took differential equations. I took all of these classes. I even took an intro to electrical engineering. I took intro to computing. Like shit ran deep.
Yeah.
I really wanted to set myself up to become an ECE student, and ultimately in my internal transfer process, I didn't make it in. So after that moment, I literally cried for like 3 days.
Yeah.
And I basically came to the realization that the dreams and the aspirations that I had then weren't able to become a reality. Because I had thought my entire life that I was gonna do something tech or like engineer wise, something science. And that's what I thought my entire life was.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of put myself so much in this idea that once I wasn't able to achieve it, I just broke down. But after that moment, I don't know, I think like something just broke in me, and I was just like, you know what, fuck it. Like, I'm just gonna make the best of every situation.
Mm-hmm.
No matter what's good or bad. I'm a little more religious, I guess, than maybe the average person. So I just told somebody like, or I just told myself really that, you know, if this is like God's purpose, if this is like the plan that God has for me, then that's what I'm gonna do.
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of where I am now.
Do you regret it?
Do I regret what?
Just taking the path you did. Do you
No.
regret it? No, not at all.
I would have never achieved this or get to this point
Yeah.
if that didn't happen. I truly don't regret anything in my life.
Mm-hmm.
If you were to ask me, do you have any regrets? I would say no, because everything leading up to this point was meant to happen.
Yeah.
I guess like in my brain.
For me, if I have any regrets, I guess when it comes to like regrets, I just wish like I was there a little bit more for my little sister. Yeah. Because right now I'm so far away, and I just failed to like acknowledge then like the little amount of time I would like have for her, you know? And I just wish that I just spent a little more time. Like I just wish I spent a little more time. I talked to her a little more, got to know her more. But ultimately, like me and my sister, we have like a 8-year age gap, and it's just hard to get close. And I just wish I took that time to like get closer with her and get to know her more.
I would say
Yeah.
it's really funny that you say that, because I'm actually like the opposite spectrum. My sister is actually 7 years older than me.
Yeah.
And I have another sister that's 11 years older than I am. So growing up, I was kind of always the only child, even though I technically wasn't.
Yeah.
And yeah, I guess I would say like that's a different perspective that I'm used to. But coming from the younger sibling, I would just say that that's kind of just it. Just start talking to your younger sibling.
Yeah.
Even at first, if you don't have any connection with them, it will be made.
Yeah.
Ultimately, you guys come from similar upbringing,
Yeah.
so there should be some type of connection. But yeah, I mean, just don't feel like it's too late.
Are
I
you
guess.
close with your siblings?
It's difficult. I would say as much as I can be. Like my
Yeah.
sisters have like children, for instance,
Yeah.
and like they already have jobs. Like I can't really be super close to my siblings because like
They
they're
have their
living
own
their own
responsibilities.
lives. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But I do talk to them from time to time.
Yeah, for me, I also have 3 older step siblings, and it's the same thing as you, where they're way older than me.
Yeah.
They're like 12 years older than me, 15, 16. Like some of them, like one of them, my older stepsister got engaged. So that's nice. That's nice to hear, you know.
Yeah.
Like, dang, I'm gonna be an uncle. I mean, I already am an uncle
Yeah.
from one of my cousins,
Yeah.
but like everything's changing. Because I remember my older stepsister when I was like just a little baby, like just like being there in her room, like begging, I want to play the computer a little more. And then now here she goes, gets engaged, and then my oldest sibling, I don't know, because I just don't keep in touch with them that much, you
Yeah.
know. I'm only close to the youngest step sibling, and even then he's in his like 30s, and my older stepsister is engaged.
Yeah, I feel like it's just so difficult, bro. Like,
Yeah.
especially like what you're saying right now. You feel like there's that disconnect, and that's like you don't
Yeah.
really like work towards it because you're like,
Yeah.
oh, is it weird? Is it awkward? I kind of feel that way with my parents because my parents are like a lot older than
Yeah.
because like I see other families, for instance, and then their parents are kind of like their best friends.
Yeah.
But for me, my whole life, unfortunately, I would say like my relationship with my parents has been kind of always like transactional. But I don't know. I think the age plays into it. I
Yeah.
think the disconnect with upbringing also plays a role into it. So I think it's just difficult.
Yeah. For me and my upbringing, my parents were very, very hands off. They let me do my own thing. I was very independent, and I had like it's like a baseline set of rules that I would follow, and I
Yeah.
would follow them. I would follow them well. Like I respected that responsibility and freedom they gave me. But it ended up being like I was just so independent from like the rest of my family,
Yeah.
and I guess it comes from my family. We're all a little independent, doing our own thing. And so I think that affected my upbringing a lot to be a lot more like isolated from everyone else. Like I found it harder to make friends and like make connections and generally just put myself out there and talk.
Yeah.
So I think it just really changed like senior year of high school. Like I was like, okay, I'm just gonna talk to people, man. Like I don't care. I'm just gonna talk to people.
Yeah.
You know, got to college, I started talking to people. It's nice. It's nice to put
Yeah.
yourself out there. And as a result of that, like my parents, like we all got a lot closer. Like I feel like I would be best friends with my dad, but it's still like we barely talk almost, but we still are so close.
Yeah.
And I like that part, you know.
I would say like I'm still like close to my parents because like they're my parents obviously, but I guess like I would say like it's still kind of skin deep. Like I know like the majority of things, but I wouldn't like go up to them and be like ask advice on like certain things, or like that wouldn't be my first thought.
Yeah.
But I can have those conversations if I want.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I don't know.
For
I really
me-
do want to change that,
Yeah.
but it's hard, bro.
I don't really come to them for like conversations like that where I need advice. I don't really go to them at first. I like try to figure it out myself.
Yeah.
And even then, I just let it internalize and like maybe I'll talk to someone, but it's not always. And it's just like I feel like if my parents and when I talk to them about my future, it's like things that I know that are like set in stone. I'm like, oh yeah, this is what I'm gonna do. But it's never like, okay, yeah, I want to do this. I need help with this. It's never about that. It's always this is what I'm doing, and this is what I want to do.
Yeah, me too.
Mhm.
And it's funny that you're saying like you were so independent because I'm also like from the other side. Like there was such like a big dependency. Like
Mhm.
the only reason I even started gaining independence for myself because I was really just like handheld my entire life.
Yeah.
I guess you could say. I think just out of fear because my older sister like she had like I would say she was more of like a delinquent child. So that
Yeah.
kind of made me be very like I'm
Coddled.
going
Yeah.
like kind of just like keep you here, just keep you safe.
Mhm.
And the only reason I broke out of that was just working
Working.
because like I don't know, just ever since I could I just started working. I was just very much like a go-getter. Like straight as soon as I turned 16 I got a job and then I worked like 4 jobs up until now and I've always just been working. And
Yeah.
I get that's really what gave me my independence. I guess just being like financially independent in some ways from my parents, and then
Yeah.
also too just like responsibility wise, it really just broke me out of my shell.
For me, it's actually the opposite. Despite my independence, my parents still never really like let me work. You know, they wanted to financially support me, so they didn't want me to work. They just wanted me to focus on school, 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 school,
Mm.
and I did. But I really wanted to work. You know, I really wanted to do this. I wanted to get my license at 16, but I got my license like pretty late. Like I got it like 18, 19.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So and hey, Vic, I got my car before I got my license. So it was pretty bad. But they really just like want me to be financially supported, so they don't want me to work. They don't want me to do that. They
Yeah.
really like in that sense they're coddling me. They don't want me to do this and that
Mm.
yet. They just want me to focus on school and just like work on like my foundation just to land like my first like big job or whatever, you know?
Yeah, I guess I don't know. I guess it's just different paths, you know.
Yeah, different paths completely.
And yeah, I mean, I'm just trying to do the best that I can. I keep reiterating it, but I truly just believe that I really want to do the best that I can, with, no matter the situation. And that kind of goes back into like if I have any regrets and stuff like that. I really don't. And I had been reading this philosopher. His name is like Marcus Aurelius.
Mhm.
He's basically like a Roman emperor, and
Yeah.
a lot of people say that he's like the father of Stoicism. But one thing that he, I guess, like preaches in his books is really just taking everything for face value, no
Mhm.
matter the good or the bad. You take it for what it is, and then you just continue pushing.
Yeah.
Because as soon as you attach yourself to something, it's all gonna affect the ego of like the person which you are, you know, whether in a positive or negative way.
Mhm.
And ever since like hearing those words and reading them, like it's really stuck with me, and it's like really a way that I try to live my life. So I don't like try to attach myself to any negative or positive thing. So then I don't like create like a, I guess, like over braggadocious
Yeah.
ego, or I just don't like kind of like get in my own head about like, oh, you're worthless, like you're
Yeah.
not good enough, stuff like that.
I feel like for me, when it comes to me getting in my head, I feel like I really do struggle with that. Like I'm always like in my head. I'm like a complete perfectionist in my head.
Yeah.
And I feel like something that has helped me alleviate it, and it's only like recently, has been just to find joy in it. Just be happy. You know, I'm struggling. That's chill. I'm struggling. I'm
Yeah.
growing. That's growth.
Yeah,
That's right.
yeah.
Something I can do right there. You know, like I can do something about this.
It's all about a change in perspective for sure.
Yeah, it was definitely a change of perspective that really helped me from being so critical about myself and like tearing myself down. Because I would tear myself down completely. Like I just feel like, damn, I'm fucking awful. You know, I'm a shitty person.
Yeah, I don't know what
Um,
it is. Like I've always been like a very pessimistic person my entire life, and like I don't know why. Like I almost like prided myself in it.
Yeah.
I was just like, yeah, you're just like just this negative person, and I really just wanted to stop doing that.
Yeah. But I feel like the element of like the root of the pessimism, like you're just trying to improve. I feel like if you were just to reword that and just rephrase it again, like change your perspective, it would really, really help. Because, I mean, it did for me. Like I feel like when I word things more constructively and when things are worded constructively, it helps a lot. You know, it's definitely something that's helped me like kind of like stop de-stressing and stop labeling myself with all these obviously I feel like untrue things, you know.
Yeah, I think for me it's just a confidence issue.
Yeah.
Like I just had such little self-confidence in myself that like I just ultimately degraded myself because I felt like that was the easier thing to do.
Yeah.
And I think that's like what growing up has just taught me, to just like be more confident in the person that I am, and being like just be confident in like my own skin.
Yeah.
Because I think that's like what played into like a lot of like why I didn't like my high school or my middle school years. Like there was just a very big conflict of interest because I didn't even like myself. So
Yeah.
how could I create other relationships with people?
Yeah. I felt the same way in high school. I didn't even like myself. So, but I feel like where we differed was like I tried to find out other people, and it ultimately like that brung everyone down. You know.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I took on like different personalities, I guess you could say, to like appease like the people around me. Because I feel like I couldn't appease myself. So I was like, all right, let me become like the people pleaser.
Yeah.
But that's tiring. It's like that's in itself is a job because you're switching yourself up so much, you know?
Yeah.
And I guess like it didn't help either that like I would get into relationships and then put people on like of this big pedestal.
Pedestal.
You know,
Oh.
it was nah, it was not it.
Yeah, it
Bro.
was not it.
It was not it.
I mean, I get that for relationships, but going back to the people pleaser aspect, I feel like for me, I definitely was that. You know, I definitely was that. I wanted to make sure people are happy around me, so much so like I neglected myself. But I feel like for me, I still do that in a way, but I also like think of myself a little bit. I don't put myself first,
No, I think
but I think of myself too at the same time. I just
I
weigh it
definitely
out.
do it.
Yeah.
I definitely do it. It's just like it's a like a habit that I built up over the years, but I've definitely gotten a lot better with it. But I guess I just have a lot of empathy for people.
Yeah.
You know, I kind of like understand where everybody's coming from, and that kind of forces me to put myself in their shoes, and then I ultimately just feel bad for people.
Yeah.
Or like I always want to just help them in some way.
Yeah.
And I guess in that sense, I learned to be a little more selfish, because then I was like, you know, not everybody's issue is your own issues.
Yeah.
You know.
For me, I feel like when it comes to everybody's issues, I try to address that and help them still as much as I could. You know, even
Yeah.
if it's not my issue, I still want to be there. You know, as someone
Yeah.
there for them. You know, reminds me of, I think I had this experience like recently where it was like Valentine's Day. I was on my little date, right? And this homeless guy just comes up to me and is like, "Man, I just need some food." And I sit there and think, you know, like, do I really want to
Yeah.
help this guy right now? I mean, obviously that sounds kind of crazy to say.
Yeah,
Or do I just
yeah,
want to
yeah.
continue on with my date, you know, just like blah, 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 carry on, you know, just have fun. But I hesitated for a little bit. And then ultimately I ended up going back to that guy. I just like left my date there. I was like, oh, hold on. I just like, I was like, okay, it's like, go over there, you know, I'm going to go
Yeah.
deal with this. And I talked to that guy and it gave me really huge perspective on like, it's like people in general, I feel, because like what was it? Hold on, how do I want to word it? Because it just reminds me like people around us are struggling. They have their own things. Like this guy, his name was Tim, from Conroe. Somehow ended up here, you know, just completely homeless, and he's just struggling, man. And I didn't feel a sense of pity. I just feel like, wow, this guy reached out to me for help. I'm just gonna, you know, help him. I'm gonna do that. I just got him some food, and then told my date like, oh yeah, I'm over here, you know, like I'm sorry for leaving you.
Nah, I mean, I definitely understand that. Like, I feel like that's like a overthinker dilemma. You know, you're always thinking about like the probabilities and the different like, you know, situations and
Yeah.
stuff like that. I feel like I would probably do the same thing if I was in your situation. And that's like kind of brings me into the thought of like how I guess like I kind of think of like people as if like they're kind of like NPCs until you interact with them in a sense. Like
Ugh.
everybody just like kind of just like abides and has their own life and their own perspective. But
Yeah.
until like you genuinely meet them, then you never actually know the scope of how they live their own
Yeah.
life. And once you understand that, it's like the picture broadens, you know?
I think of people of like really, really interesting stories. You know, they
Yeah.
have so much, just so much complexity in a person, to where it's like, I mean, just right now with us like talking, I didn't expect to like talk for this long, talk about family, school, relationships, all
Yeah,
this. I
yeah,
didn't
yeah,
expect that,
yeah.
but it's just, it stems from just talking to them, you know. And I appreciate you just like stopping there and reaching out and saying,
Of
like,
course,
hey,
yeah. I guess like that's like my whole mission. I just want to just like bring back like genuine conversations.
Yeah.
I think like I guess like the internet is such like a blessing and a curse, but I feel like so many people are being so attached with like the reality of like online that
Yeah.
they disassociate from like genuine reality,
yeah,
and that's like a big issue.
yeah,
I can't even imagine like growing up like Gen Alpha with like ChatGTP like telling me like how do I write my name or something
Yeah.
like
That would be-
that sounds crazy to me.
it'd be awful.
Like I'm praying for those kids. Like I genuinely hope I wish the best for them, bro.
I think the kids they're pretty funny because with me, I work like a service society.
Okay.
And I work with like little kids, like little elementary schoolers, and so I can see a little tiny bit of their life, and it's pretty funny how they are. But I think they're in good hands, like genuinely.
Okay. I just be scared a little bit, just cause like
Yeah.
AI and everything. Like, I feel like it's really gonna start consuming everybody's brain.
I think it already has consumed their brain.
I think it has.
Because for the kids, they're like when 6-7 was like a big thing. They had to ban it at the elementary school because
What?
if one
They
person
banned
said
it?
it, yeah, they banned it. Because if one person said it, all the kids would say it. So it's just like
What do you mean they banned it? Like,
you just couldn't say it, or
couldn't
else.
say it?
Yeah.
What was like what? How did they discipline?
They just you can't say it, or else like
Go
you're
to the
gonna be in
principal's
trouble.
office or something?
No, I don't know. You just couldn't say it, and it was really funny because the kids like we would find it funny and we would do
Yeah,
it, you know.
yeah.
But if the kids did it, oh, they're in trouble. Like they can't say that.
Damn, like I can't even imagine like. That's crazy. Imagine
Yeah.
you saying 6-7, you gotta get sent to the principal's
Get
office.
detention.
Like what? That's the world we live
Yeah.
in, bro. That's crazy.
It's pretty funny though, but the kids are really sweet. They're in good hands. Because I work with like these like a elementary school called Oak Springs. It's like really underfunded.
Okay.
So it
Is that like volunteer work?
yeah, volunteer work?
Okay.
Yeah, because for me, I find my way of like life to be like service. You know, I thoroughly enjoy service. Thoroughly enjoy it, and so I find my way to like one of my purposes in life is to serve and be there for people. You know.
Yeah, I had another guy that I had a conversation with where he's actually a Butler student, so he plays like organ and piano, and then he was kind of just like saying the same thing, how he likes to serve people, and he shows that through like the expression of like his music and stuff like that. So it's really cool that you say that. with,
Yeah.
like helping the community and the kids. Like my mom is actually a teacher, and she works like for HISD, and she always like works for like these like underfunded like these like bad communities, I guess you
Yeah.
could say, just because like kind of like what we've been talking about, like she just like really wants to help people, and it really gives her like a change in perspective of like how these kids live, and she really just like likes to help people in any way that she can. And the way that she describes it is as if like she thinks about the kids as if they're her own kids.
Yeah.
You know?
I feel like those teachers are really the best teachers. Have
yeah.
any teachers left a really memorable impression on you? In a good way, at least? Because it looks like there's a lot of left a horrible impression on you, like a really bad one.
No. I would say high school wasn't necessarily bad. I would just say like for what I thought it was meant to be, it just fell flat, you know? But I would say like in terms of teachers, I really can't say I had a memorable teacher, but I will say one thing that is coming to the top of my mind is like my 4th grade math teacher. She's someone that really believed in me, and she just kind of like, I guess like she gave me the confidence in my intelligence and saying like, oh, you're smart, and letting me like tutor kids at times. And I remember, I think it was like the end of the year, and she gave like a I guess like a, how do you call it, like where you put like each letter is like associated to a word or something like that.
I forgot. I can't tell
But
you.
anyway, she gave us like all the kids one of those, and mine was like something like ambitious, something like, because my name is Adrian, so it's like
Yeah.
it's like just words that associate to my name, and that's something that I really resonate with. I guess like it wasn't necessarily like certain subjects or how they taught. It was just like the person,
Yeah.
just certain people that I really liked throughout my,
Yeah.
I guess like education experience.
Yeah. For me, it's the same thing. It's the person. It was my 5th grade like homeroom teacher. His name was Jonathan Pegues, and he was like this very, very tall man.
Oh,
like,
really?
Like 6'8".
Damn. What
Yeah,
the
he
hell?
was a tall elementary teacher, but he was crazy. He was dope. Like he looked out for us like we were his kids. You know, he would tell us about his life, and it was really enjoyable to hear, like him telling us about like, hey, I did this in my life. You know, like I went to this, so I just did my taxes. Like, man, like,
Oh, damn.
oh, I'm so tired of my wife, kind of thing.
yeah.
But it was funny.
Oh, what?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he would tell us
anyways,
that's
yeah,
like
yeah,
little
yeah.
kids.
Yeah.
But maybe not the tired of my wife part. Maybe
Yeah,
I
yeah, yeah,
misremembered something.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
he was really down to earth. He was a very down to earth man. And I remember something that really stuck with me was him doing this like Secret Santa for like everyone, right?
Oh, okay.
And during that time, like my family wasn't the most financially stable.
Oh,
So,
okay.
and I told him that I was like, yeah, my family's not too financially stable. I don't think I can do anything. I can't like get anything for the other kids. And he was like, no, I'll get it. I got you. You know, I just want you to do it. You know, like, and that meant a lot to me back then.
Bro,
Giving me the
that
ability,
speaks volumes.
yeah, giving me the ability to like do something for other people, and I was really grateful for him for that. And he was always there for me because in 5th grade I was very alone because again I was very independent. Like I didn't really talk to people. Like I was so quiet. When I mean my voice right now, and I'm enunciating it like a lot. My natural voice is like a lot quieter, and so
No, me too. Me too.
Yeah.
Like I have that, bro. Like you're making me okay. So, like my entire life, I've had the issue with like I guess like speaking up in a sense because like I just speak so quietly because like I'm just so used to talking to myself in a sense
yeah,
that sometimes like when I talk like my girlfriend or like my friends will be like they didn't hear you and I'm like,
Yeah.
oh shit, you didn't hear me, but it's just I don't know, it's just a habit, I guess.
yeah. But back to where I was at. Yeah, sorry.
Sorry, it's all good. Like
Yeah.
I just went on a tangent right now.
I know, but I get that part though. I completely get that. Like I'll say something and
Yeah,
then
yeah.
my friends would be like, "What?
Yeah,
What'd you say?"
Yeah,
I'm like, "Oh, my bad. I didn't speak up."
yeah.
But he really just like sat down with me and we just talked like the entirety of like recess. I remember he sat down next to me in this tiny little slide, and I had no idea how he fit there. Like he was just way too big to be on that
Oh,
slide.
okay.
But he still sat there,
Yeah, yeah,
just like this with me, and just talked like, "Yeah, you good?" Like, I mean, we can play something, we can do something, you know. Like, I'm like, I'm here for you, and he was always very sweet to me. He was always very kind. So it was very nice, like being there with him in that moment. And I guess that's what makes him so memorable is that he was always there for his students, and he was always like there for me. And I still keep in contact with him a little bit. Like I have his number and everything. I saw him before I graduated high school, and
Oh,
that was really nice to
really?
see. Yeah, he got
Oh,
a huge
shit.
promotion. He went from like a teacher, like a principal, at like some private school in Dallas.
Hey,
Yeah,
that's
Ch-
tough.
getting his bag. But
Yeah.
I really like seeing him there. I really appreciated him. So he was very memorable in my life.
That's really cool. Like, see, all these like stuff happens when you're young. You know,
Yeah.
elementary school. I feel like that's like the biggest impressions. That's really crazy though.
Yeah. I mean, there's more impressionable people that I've met. I have to go back to like my house church. My pastor and another house's pastor, Patrick. My pastor Jay. Sorry, I didn't introduce his name. He left a pretty big impact on me. Like I see how he lived life. I mean, during the time it was like last year, he was just becoming a father. Like
Oh, okay.
his
Yeah.
wife was pregnant. And he was like, "Oh man, I'm gonna be a dad. You know, I'm not a kid. I'm not like a kid no more. I'm like a teen adult. Like I'm growing up for
Yeah.
real. Like I'm married. I have to do all this." And so, it was very humbling of me because we live in such a small bubble of like, oh, we gotta focus on school, grades, college, like the prestige of our school or whatever. But ultimately, like none of that really matters because when it came to like Jay and his problems, he had so much more to worry about. He had to be ready to be a father, and that was like the biggest thing. He was always worried about it. He was always worried about how to keep his family afloat, like do things to make sure the baby's nickname is Kiwi because kind of
Okay.
looks like a kiwi.
Oh.
Yeah,
okay.
he's a really cute baby.
Okay.
But
Okay.
make sure Kiwi would grow up well, and it was very humbling of me because I realized all the worries that I've had in my life are so useless. You know, I don't
Yeah,
need.
Go on.
Yeah, like I don't need to. They're not end all be all. Like they're not the end of the world. Like just because I failed one exam does not mean I'm.
The world's crashing down.
The world's
everything's-
crashing down. I gotta die. I
Yeah.
gotta start over. No, not at all.
Yeah.
And so just seeing him go through his problems and talk to us about it and really open up and be vulnerable with us was very insightful of his life. And so I found like strength in like kind of just being vulnerable, you know, like opening up myself. And I found myself to be way more sociable and more in tune with my feelings from just opening up and talking more about like my problems, just like he did. And he was a very good role model. He always cared for us like we were his own children. And I miss him, you know. I miss him. I really
Yeah.
wish
He sounds like a great guy.
he is a great guy. I really wish I get to talk to him more and meet him, but I'm over here in Austin, so it's very hard.
Yeah, I can see how it's difficult.
Yeah. But my other like role model, other than like obviously my dad,
Okay.
is Patrick. He was his other house's pastor, and he's gone through a lot in his life. You know, he used to be that typical like AVB, like raving, like
Okay.
drinking, smell, like all of the above kind of thing. But
Okay.
after his father like passed away, he became very down to earth, very, very humble man. He keeps himself so like quiet, but he's like very, very complex person, you know. And I found that like despite going through so much, like he just kept going, you know. And as best as he tried to hide it, like he still was going through so much, you know. And I just found that like again that vulnerability from him opening up and like I'm struggling, you know, was really eye opening to me. And the fact that he remained so like disciplined too was something else that like I admired because as his father passed away, obviously he had to take up like the mantle of like being like the head of his like family
Yeah.
basically. And so he used to care for his brother and his mother and just filing out like moving and just there's all these things after his dad passed away. Like I found that very what was it? Inspirational of him. And the fact that he still remained like with us, like despite struggling, like he's still here, like he's made it, you know. And I just found like that determination and that discipline to like stay here, be here for everyone still was very eye opening to me as well because if that were me, I don't know how I would do it. To be so disciplined in reality, despite going through so much of like your father passing away, moving, keeping everyone afloat, like things happening to your family in general, it's just that's so much that someone so young has to go through. And it just left such an impressionable mark on me, and it's something I like can't really forget whenever I think of someone I look up to. I think of like those three, other than obviously my
Yeah.
dad, but
It's just like looking at those people. It's like kind of like, okay, if they were able to get past this situation, then I'll be
yeah.
fine.
And I feel like I model myself after those people because I see those traits and those values they have, and I admire them. I want to aspire to be like them, and so I really like look up to them.
Yeah, I guess I think I remember what I was gonna say. It was basically along the lines of like how you were saying like this, yeah, your friend or your I forgot the pastor, right?
Yeah.
He was basically saying how like he was about to become a dad,
Yeah.
right? And he was coming to the reality of that. I don't know why this reminded me of this, but one thing that I've always had an issue with is just like kind of starting stuff.
Mhm.
I always wanted to, like I said, like I always wanted to be a business owner. I always wanted to be self-employed, all this stuff. And every single time I told myself I would start, I would never do it. So one day, ultimately, I grabbed my phone and I started recording. And then that raw edit of that footage just went up on YouTube and I started this channel.
Yeah.
And I think that was like a pivotal moment for me of just starting and finally just putting it out there.
Yeah.
And now that's just something that I truly want to achieve in my life. I guess it's just like the whole thing of like that dream that I wanted so bad. I realized that the only way that it can be a reality is if I start it.
Mhm.
And instead of just thinking about the possibility of me like being this person, why don't I just work towards it?
Yeah. Wow. I think this is one of the greatest things you could have started. I want to be completely honest with you.
Appreciate it, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, I lost track of time. Oh god.
No, it's like hella cooked.
Oh.
Hey, bro, you have some amazing,
Yeah.
amazing
I
advice.
would have
amazing
more to
things
say. Honestly, I had like another like 3 hours in me to
Nah,
talk.
yeah, you seem really chill though.
But yeah, it was a really fun conversation. It was really
Yeah,
good.
bro.
I really appreciate
It
it.
was nice to meet you, bro.
Nice to meet you.
Yo, what's up? I just wanted to come on here to just tell you my thanks. Thank you so much for supporting. Thank you so much for watching. If you guys enjoy it, please let me know in the comments. Please just like the video, if anything. It really means so much to me. I would have never imagined that I would have got it to this point. But anyways, thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next one.